Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, my name is Muhammad Khoiruddin and my student number is 1212 and I'm from class 4C English Education Department UIN Sunan Gunung Jati Bandung, and I make this video is to fulfill the final test from extensive listening course. In this video, I'm gonna share my understanding about the speech video, which is the speaker is Mr. Barack Obama. And as we know, Barack Obama is the 44th President of United States of America. And the topic in that video is about the education. The education, especially in United States of America. So, without any further ado, we start to talk about that video. I got 3 important points from Mr. Barack Obama's speech about education. The first one is about the responsibility to education. Barack Obama mentioned 4 names who has the responsibility for education, especially in America. The first one is parents and family. As we know, parents or the family is the first school for children or for young learners. Or in Islam, they're saying that the mother is the first madrasah for their children. So, parents and family has a really important role to build the children characteristic, the children knowledge, and the children behaviorism. So it's really important for parents to have a high education for them, because they will teach, they will be a teacher for their own children. So if they didn't have a high education, how can they teach their children properly? And the second name who has responsibility in education is a teacher. Yeah, teacher. Teacher is an educators. They are professional educators. So they pay for it. And teacher is also children parents in school. So just like parents, teacher has important role for children to build their knowledge, their behavior, and their characteristic in school, while the parents has important role in home or in house of the children. Teacher has an important role to teach children to be good in the school. And the next is governments. The presidents, the minister of education, both of them has a really responsibility for the education, especially in a country that they lead. They has an important role to the future of education in their country. They can make some rule or some statute that has a good impact in a good terms, of course, for the future of the education in their country. So that's why the government, the president, and the minister of education has an important role for education, especially in their country, in the country that they live. And the last but not least is student itself. No matter how good their parents, how good their teachers, and how good the governments in their country, if the student didn't take seriously of their education, it will not work. So, however, student has the most important role in the education, especially in their own education, because if they want to be a successful person, if they want to be a good person in the future, they must take seriously about their education. And the next point, or the second point, is how important the education for the future of a country, not only for the United States, but also for our country, Indonesia. We don't know who will be the president of Indonesia in 10 years, or in 20 years, or even in 50 years. And we don't know who will found the drugs for the cancer. And we don't know who will be the most important person in the future. But we know that if we want to be that, we want to be a president, we want to found the drugs of the cancer, or we want to be the most important person in the world, we need education. If you want to be a president, you need to be a good speaker, you need to be a good leader. And we got that knowledge, we got how to be a good speaker, how to be a good leader in school. In school, we have the language course, and in this course, we taught about speaking. We taught about how we speak in front of people. And to be a good leader, there are some organization in school. In Indonesia, we know like OSIS or like MPK. So in that organization, we taught how to be a leader, we taught how to manage people, how to manage ourselves. And also, if we want to be a doctor, or we want to be a good writer or a pro athlete, there are a lot of knowledge in the school, a lot of knowledge that we can get from school that can help us to get our dreams. So that's why the education is really important, and has a big impact to our future. And the last point that I get from Mr. Barack Obama's speech is never give up. J.K. Rowling, the writer of Harry Potter, has rejected 14 times for her first book. And Michael Jordan, the GOAT or the greatest of all time in NBA, in basketball, have lost hundreds match. He lost 1,000 shots, but he never give up. Failures is such a common thing. Everyone in this world has their failures, has their own failures. But failures is not the end. We can learn from our failures to be better. Failures, it didn't mean the end. It means that we got more nearly to be successful. So if we had a dream that we want to reach, just never give up. The failures is a common thing for us when we want to reach our dream. But if we want to get our dream, we must never ever give up. And that's all 3 important points that I get from Mr. Barack Obama's speech. And I can conclude from those points that there are 4 who has responsibility for the education. The first is the parents, the second is teachers, the third is the government, and the last but not least is the student itself. And education has a big impact or big important role for the future, not only for student future, not only for a one person future, but for a world future, for a country future. And of course, if we want to be a successful person, or we want to get our dreams, we need education and never give up. If we want to be success, we must never ever give up. So that's all from me in this video. Hope you enjoy my video. Thank you very much, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.